Hello, before you click off, let's make a deal. There's a distinct lack of jungle content on the internet where the jungler, or the streamer, I guess, is not generally a complete piece of dookie. There are loads and loads of high elo, I guess, content creators that have this sort of issue. And what's funny is you would maybe view me to be someone that has the same sort of ego, but the difference is, in a lot of cases, it's going to be present when I'm dealing with people. Now, when it comes to dealing with a game, I don't mind. I mean, like, if I play poorly, I don't mind admitting it. If the enemy plays well, in fact, one of the things I like to do is compliment them, because in a lot of cases, someone will outplay you, and I think it's important to take those moments and learn from them. Now, one thing I need to do is, because Kane had warded early, I assumed that he was going to check my Raptors, or maybe even take them. He didn't. Lucky me. I don't have to deal with any cheese today. I could do a normal clear. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to commentate over my gameplay as best as possible. A lot of people that try to do jungle educational commentary, they don't actually give you anything actionable from game to game. So that's the problem, right? There are a lot of points of feedback that might be very, very specific to the situation. So I'm going to try to do my best to give you something, again, that is actionable from game to game. One of them being, find your keys to, like, your F keys. You definitely want to be able to check your lanes quickly. If it's not, moving your camera with the mouse, maybe clicking on the map, definitely use the keys. The reason why you want to do this, and you don't just like do this for fun, you have to check the lane states, or wave states, I guess. And forgive me if I don't speak super accurately. It's been a long time since I've done any sort of commentary on this, but I intend to actually create content like this a lot. Okay, so this guy did 12 CS and has blue buff. Obviously, just clearing his blue side and ganking. Now, you have to use this sort of information. Step 1 is information gathering. I've already described that, using F keys or just looking with your eyes, checking HP bars, checking CS like that. Now you have to do the analysis portion, right? And so the analysis is pretty simple. If he did his top side with 12 CS, right, every camp is worth 4, so that means he did 3 blue wolves in the Gromp. It means that he's just not on his bot side. So I could have actually just immediately went to take his Raptors and maybe steal the red as well, but I'm opting for a full clear, and then I'm gonna gank anyway, or like I'm gonna attack his jungle anyway. But this time with my entire jungle cleared, and so when I go towards him, I know for a fact I'll be able to fight without any sort of camps down or camps up on my side. This guy needs to fight me. If I could like threaten him off his red. His mid laner is coming. Maybe just EQ him. Probably just gonna run here. Good. Okay. Good. I'm just following up. If we want, we can go for this. I need to just make sure I don't die here. Okay, they both flashed for me. I missed the EQ. I missed the EQ knockup, which is really important to hit. It's my bad. Here, I'll let you guys watch this fight. But it comes at a cost for them, right? They both have to flash, and I think they're in a bad position. We'll be able to just kill them. Overall, a W. Nice. Kane's over here. Get back. He got his Kindle Gem, and he's clearing the bot side. Now, remember, he started on his top side, so instead of doing my top side, I'm probably just going to go over, contest the crab, and fuck with him on the top side. No, I'm not going to do that because I don't have any priority. Yes, for TPing with the Victor, but it'll be too late. This guy can move first, given that his wave state is closer to our tower, and so he can just run down. If it were like equal in the lane and the Cassandra could actually muscle the guy off, I would go. But, cannot. Maybe I should have checked my Raptors first. No, I really doubt it. Kane walking across mid like that is definitely him going for 2 crabs. Shit. I meant to ping my Cassandra back off. He should be fine though. He should totally be fine. Ganks like that from Kane are literally just to get like stacks. Right, so I'm paying attention to... It's funny. It's called object permanence. Basically, let's say I have a cup, upside down cup. I have a ball. I put the ball under the cup, or the cup over top. Where did the ball go? It's under the cup, right? And like, children can understand this kind of concept. But it's funny, even adults playing video games. Oh my god, what is happening? Adults will not understand this concept. Now, I should probably just go for the dragon. I don't understand this. Normally, the convention is, hey, the jungler's topside, run. But the Cassante just fights them. What? Okay. Right. Looks like this is a free gank. We're just gonna go ahead and push a lane. Even if there's a ward here, what can they do about this? We were to just walk in. Maybe try for like half a second. Okay, trade 1 for 1. Blast towards me. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to assume that the Kayn won't just back and go to his bot side. I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to assume because he's on the top side, he's just doing the grubs right now. And I know his Raptors spawned. I can take them. Remember, object permanence. And also routing. Routing is really, really important, right? I guess pathing as well. The idea that typically if someone is in a certain location, they're going to do something in that location, right? Okay, so obviously, you know, we knew he was on the grubs. And like, he's definitely just going to check over here or gank top again and get his stacks. So me being the smart jungler that I am, I'm not going to even bother contesting at this point because if he wanted my red, he probably already has it. I'm going to stay on the bot side and do something here, especially with my my team over here. I don't want to gank before my Ziggs actually comes up because they could run in time. Actually, I'm going to gank this guy. No. I'm going to gank the Jinx in particular. Problem is she can kill us before the Ziggs. I'm not ulting. I don't have to. Victor wants to kill? Okay, go take the kill. Yeah, that's your kill. Or he wants to assist. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to assume that my entire top set is gone, right? It's 29 CS to the grubs for, I believe it's 4. It's 33, 37, 41, 45. The numbers I'm reading off are the CS numbers that he should have if you were to take my stuff. So he showed up on this ward actually with 47. That's actually exactly what his topside would be, right? I think grubs are 6 actually. 2, right? So 47 means that he just did the grubs plus 3 camps. And given his pathing over here coming from this side, it means that he didn't take my topside actually. Like, or well, not guaranteed, but it's more likely that he didn't, because why would he be walking here if he came from base, right? He would probably just be straight on the red. So there's a lot of inference here. The problem is when you play the game, you're going to be thinking about like your champion's mechanics. When you're focused on the gank, you're focused on the gank, and not necessarily, you know, after the gank, you're going to be thinking like, oh, what was that again? While I'm doing the gank, I'm still keeping in mind, okay, you know, on the Kayn's timeline, you know, he did the grubs into this, blah, 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 and then I'm testing it against what I actually see. What I mean by testing it is like, I'm going to assume, worst case scenario, he took my top side, but then I'm going to actually like have wards out, or maybe just observe his CS when he shows up next. I'm going to also observe where he's coming from as well, right? So if I think that like, if I have like a hypothesis, I think the enemy jungler started on the bot side, right? Let's say they're blue side, and they started here on the red. If I think that that is the case, but then I see them all of a sudden show up on bot side with 28 CS, right now I've tested it against what I actually know, or what I actually see, and it turns out I'm wrong. No, he actually started on the top side, most likely, right? Now, to be fair, he absolutely could have started on the bot side and show up, you know, on the bot side with 28 CS. If he had, like, items, maybe it's because he backed. And if it's at a certain time, right, then we know he was down a certain path. I'm not going to flash, I'm just going to force this flash. I don't want to ulti there either, I don't have enough damage. What I'd rather do is, because she's low HP, no flash, no egg, no mana, I'm just going to push in, and so if she stays, it's almost like she died. Because she doesn't even get the CS. I don't get the kill gold, but she's essentially died. I know there's no Raptors, I'm just going to walk here. I'm only walking here just to... Oh, actually, Raptors are up. I'm going to just flash this time. Do I want to fight this? Nah, I don't want to fight this. I wanted to threaten it. What I will do is I will go over to his Raptors, given that they're actually up. I didn't expect that. I thought that he cleared them. Now he's moving towards mid to obviously clear the wave. And we don't actually want to threaten this. I don't want to waste my time. I'd rather go towards my clear. He's going to go for my raptors, but I already cleared them. Bye-bye. You're not tracking me. And when they don't track you, you get this distinct advantage. Now the problem is Kayn will get the 6 grubs, of course. But I might actually get a chance to regank right here. Nice. And Kayn's doing that. What I will try to do is take literally 1 grub. Dude, this Cassante champion is fucking crazy. I will try to contest at least 1. Good. Nami's coming. I have my, oh, I have my Shen, apparently. Beast. Beast, beast, beast. Now, this guy is greedy as fuck for a plate, so I'm actually gonna kill him. Oh, wait. We already typed that, I need to stand in front, try to block his E. Good. Good. Now, the reason why I'm not going back towards my clear or Krugs is because I'm like 2 HP, I have a buy. You have to weigh your, See, this is actually a really important thing. A lot of people don't understand that just because a certain option is bad, it doesn't necessarily make the other options good. So apply that to this situation. It's like, okay, dropping grubs and letting him get 5 grubs. Dude, no one wants to do that, right? Like, I would hate that. The guy gets free grubs, like, that sucks. But the alternative is for me to actually, like, try to contest the grubs. And I'm low HP, I have a ton of money in the bank, so I'm not actually powerful. And, you know, he has a buy. And I could just die, right? Like, just because dropping the grubs is bad doesn't mean that going and dying for them is good, right? So the problem is you have to make that assessment on the fly and you have to be accurate. And the reason why someone like, you know, me, you know, the reason why I might make an accurate assessment is because I've played this game for like 10 years. More importantly, I've been like a student of the game as well, right? Not to say that you haven't been, but it's more like I have had access to a lot of resources around me, like high elo players. It's kind of like the rich get richer a little bit. And so it's more likely that I'm going to be able to make these kind of assessments quickly and accurately. Now, hopefully I can be that resource for you, right? Like that's the intention. And by demonstrating my thinking, which is, hey, you know, I have no money, right? I'm grounding my thinking in like pretty objective things in this game. Gold, health bars, experience even, like if I'm level 9 to their level 7, maybe even if I'm, you know, half HP, I can still fight them. My champion choice, is Jarvan good at 1v1? My rune choices, my spikes, like, you know, really how much power do I have right now, right at this moment? Like, these sorts of things. Difficulty is, I have to try to imagine myself in a relatively newer player's perspective. Like, I get it, right? I get it, like, you might not understand all these things, but I hope you understand that I'm trying to accommodate that. I don't really want to give this kill. I'm going to take that. So I'm going to avoid the pathing of the ward or the vision. EQ over this wall. Take this. Now I don't have smite, but the Kayn didn't show up for the mid gank, and so this is a fun one. This is concept of givens. Given that my opponent did not show up in a certain location, I can reasonably assume that they will not show up at another location, right? So for example, if I gank bottom and the jungler does not come to counter gank bottom, I can assume that they weren't bottom. And because I can assume that they weren't bottom, I can assume that they might not contest me on the crab that I go to do afterwards, right? Like something like that. I'm gonna just ulti here. Good. Just give the egg the beat down, scramble them. He's probably doing my top side, right? Right, so the jungler didn't show up for his red, we don't see him on the wards, we don't see him here, like, we know he's going to be on the top side for the most part. Or at the very least, we know where he's not. We know he's not bot side. And then we have to make an assumption as to where would he be, what is the most reasonable place for him to go, if not bottom. And so we just have to assume, again, actually, that my entire top side's gone. He went from 85 to 97, and he has a red buff. He clearly took my red, right? And so if he took my red, he probably took the other shit around it. Let's just, you know, path this way. So one thing that you can do to actually practice this sort of skill is, ironically, not. You want to be practicing one thing at a time. Mental stack is very important. It's an important concept to understand and be aware of in yourself, which is how much can you really pay attention at any given moment. And for a lot of people, not that much, actually. So what I would say is, oh, give me a second here. Nice. Just waiting for the W. You want to get good at your champion's mechanics, because if you know how to do your clear basically blind, which is really ironic. I'll give the example of Lee Sin. When you play Lee Sin, every time you use an ability, any cast of your ability, right, so any of your 6 basic casts, you get 2 auto attacks that are 15% faster or something like that and restore energy. You can actually look at your lane, hit a button, and then use the hotbar of your character to see how many autos deep you are. Because every time you auto, it'll consume a stack. So when you're playing Lee Sin, you look away, right? You pretend you're blind. You see your stacks go from 2 to 1 to 0, then you just hit another button. And you know for a fact that you've already auto-attacked. Now for other champions, if you can literally right-click a camp, look at a lane, and then guess the timing of like your auto-attacks, like, I'm saying you basically need to be able to do that with your abilities and everything, and like, you know, click away and then know the timing. Like, this allows you to focus on other shit. Because if you're just looking at your clear the entire time, you're going to be making a mistake. So you'll notice I tab back to my character to like cast an ability because I need to aim the ability, right? Like a jargon key or something. And then I go to my laner and blah, blah, blah. So you see how all these, you know, concepts, they connect with each other, right? Like F keys and paying attention and doing this and doing that. That guy should be dead, right? You got him? No? Okay. Here comes Bubble. I'll just ulti. Okay, good. Wow, only 100 gold. Nice. It's really difficult to teach one thing without teaching basically everything else, right? Is he gonna flash? Do I flash his flash? Oh, good fake, hey? I had to cover that option regardless. Good. I think I need to summon my getaway car. I'm sorry, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. So I decided last second to run away. I can maybe stay here. I'll just lend my presence, I guess. Is Hexshard actually on cooldown? Oh, it's because I didn't hit anything. Alright, that was kind of crazy. Alright, Fimbulwinter Shield. Megalol. So good. Oh, I charged into it. Oh, I couldn't dodge that in time. Sorry, team. I might have doomed this. Just kidding. Jinx reset might have gone sicko mode. Right, so a couple things to work on. You need to get your clear down. That way you can focus on everything else, okay? You have to be able to understand your champion's internal clock with the autos and like the cadence of your spells. Like Karthus, you know, you have to like Q auto, Q blah blah blah. And so like it's hard to like tab between characters. But characters like Jarvan, very easy. EQ, auto, kite a little bit, tab to your lanes and blah blah blah. Gather information, etc. I'll talk a lot more about this. I'll make a lot more gameplay videos detailing this sort of process so that, you know, you have a couple other examples. I mean, every game is basically an anomaly. We're not going to see the exact same game ever, really. But showing it to you over time, right? I'm hoping you can learn a little bit off of this sort of process. So thank you for watching. A bit of a short game. My team did really well as well, which is not so good for learning because you don't get to see like an equal game. But I hope regardless, you can apply some of these concepts to your games. Okay, thanks for watching. I guess I'll show some stats, I suppose. Here, let's honor some players. And some advanced stats or whatever. Here's damage dealt. Here is self-mitigated damage, which is a huge one. I'm on par with Cassante here with all the shielding and whatnot. Oh, my computer crashed literally as I was recording, and I was about to say, here are my runes, but I already put them at the start of the video, so you don't have to worry about that. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and like and comment, blah, blah, blah. Do all the things, you know what I mean? Okay, thanks for watching.